Hey guys, how's it going? I'm visiting my daughter for a couple of days. As always, when dads visit their daughters have a punch list. Well, my daughter's punch list involves this door over here. The hinges are stripped out, the screen's gone, and she said, "Dad, can you take care of that?" Well, that's what Dad's going to try to do. I've got my tools. I think I've basically got everything I'm going to need right here because this is not going to require a whole lot. I got me a little pair of vice grips here, got a pencil, tape measure, and a drill. If there's anything else I need, I guess I'll be making a trip to the truck. Door, you might have one similar. This one's 32 inches wide, 80 inches tall. Went over to the box store, got a replacement. Just get busy and put this thing together here. First thing I'm going to do, take this little latch off of this one because it's not going to be on this door anymore. And there's no need for me to measure how high it is off the floor because when I get the new one set, I'll just line it up with the catch. What she don't know is I got a use for this door at the house. I'll put a new screen in it and be done with it. This should be a fairly quick video and a fairly quick replacement. May take longer to get the plastic off. Oh, and I do have me some shims here. You need to have something like that because I don't want this thing dragging on the floor. She is going to be so happy. These new little hinges got a pretty little cover over the screws. Just slides right out like that. I don't know if I'll use these or not. I might. Come with a bigger screw. That's a good thing. Now, something I'm not mentioning, but I probably should mention. Most of the time I find myself, when I'm doing something, I'm not thinking about so much what I'm doing right then as the next step, what's going to happen next. And so I know the next step I'm going to do on this is I'm going to mount these hinges to the jamb, then I'm going to mount them to the door. Well, if it was a new install, I would mount them to the door first and then set it in place. But because this is a retro, and I'd like to try to use, because the holes on the jamb were fine, and they're going to match up pretty good. And because there's a good stop here where I know I can set the door, and I've got some shims I can adjust the height of it, I'm going to go ahead and put the hinges on here. Vertical. You could take a little torpedo level or something. These hinges have a Phillips screw and one of the most important things is you don't want this thing to drag on the floor. I'm just going to sight these same height. And honestly, on something like this, if it looks good to your eye, it's probably going to be better than if you tried to measure and get an exact measurement. Maybe that'll keep somebody from pushing their hand. Well, there's a new door. 10-minute fix. New hinges, new handle, new bolt lock. Closes good. In fact, it may close too good, but it does close. And latch is good. Should make everybody happy. So sometimes Dad is called upon by his daughter or his son to do little things around their house to help them out. And I try to do all I can because I'm just here on this planet for a short time. And I want them to be able to remember back and say, you know, when I needed something, Dad was there. And I try to be there for them. Listen, you may have clicked on this and watched Sawdust and Sweat and See as a Stranger. But I hope the next one you watch, you'll consider yourself a friend.